Okay guys, we're going to be looking at the find function and what it does. Basically what it does is it finds what we tell it to look for, alright? And it tells us what position that is in a string. A string being text, remember? Or an array of some kind, but seen as text. So let's have a look here. For example, we have the letter W in cell A3, the letter W, and in cell B3 I've got the word strawberry. Now strawberry has got 10 letters. I guarantee it. It's got 10 letters, and you can see if I use the find function to find the letter W, it tells me that the letter W is in position number 5. In other words, it's the 5th letter in that string. Okay, S-T-R-A-W. Yes, it is. It's just checking. So let's have a look at the functions. We've got find. Okay, what we find the text. The text is what we're looking for. Find W. Within text, in the word we're looking in. So find what in what, and then that gives us the answer of 5. We can also, here's another example, find the letter B. Okay, that's in the 6th position. You can even like search for a whole word like the in the Hunger Games, okay, or the Hunger Games. The, I don't know how you say it, okay, however, doesn't matter, I won't judge you, it's okay. The Hunger Games is in position number 1. You see, here we have the word games, which is actually in position number 12. If you count every single character, including the spaces, a space is also a character, don't forget. Watch what happens now. If I go and type in the word games, but I use a lowercase g instead of the uppercase G, okay, do you think it's still going to work? Have a look. It not working. Why? Because it's case sensitive. All right, so it's looking for specifically the word games with a lowercase g, which does not exist. So you get a value error. Okay, which basically means a value used in the formula is on the wrong data type. I don't even think that makes sense to me, but it's just wrong. Okay, so just accept it. Okay, how about 2 letters, S-E, just those two together, in this sentence, this string, H-O-R-S-E. So from position number 4 is where S-E begins. Here's another one, okay, it's empty, it's going to default to 1, because there's nothing there. Alright, this is cool, you don't have to use letters, you can even use special characters. So if I'm checking someone's password, or we have a standard structure for passwords in an organization, and there has to be an exclamation mark at this point, I don't know, I'm just making this up, you can see I can actually count and find the exclamation mark, and it's at position number 9. There it is there. You can also do a find and look for a number within a range of numbers, like a little array of numbers there, and number 8 is in position number 4. So 7, 6, 4, 8, 4. I promise. You can check it out. It's all there. Okay, let's have a look at a very cool function of find now. Check this out. Here's a very cool example of using find, and a couple of other things as well, but let me show you. So for example, here we have some names. We have the first name and a comma and a space and the surname, and I want to be able to separate them. So I want to have the first name there and the surname there, okay, and I don't want the commas. So let's see, how could we do something like this? Well, we would like to extract the first name, and the best thing to start with is using the left function. So equals left, and then, well, let's do it. So equals left. Okay, cool. Now remember, left needs 2 things. It needs the text that we want to use, and then it needs a very interesting thing. It needs the number of characters. Now we don't know the number of characters because everyone's name is different, okay? So let's see what happens if we do the following. If I want to work out where I would like this to go, how many characters, I'm going to use a find function to find that comma. I'm going to find that comma. That's what I'm going to find. There it is there. Okay, so it's going to start at the left, and the number of characters is going to be, and remember what find does, it returns the position of a character in a string. So have a look here, find, and I'm going to find text within, whoops, hold on a sec, yes, sorry, within text there. Okay, cool. So let's see, before I press enter, let's see what I'm asking this function to do. So I just want the first name. Okay, that's the first part. So I go equals left. The text is A14. There it is. That's the name of the cell that we're in. And then the number of characters, I'm going to use the find, because find will tell me where something is. So I'm, in this case, looking for the comma, because that's what I don't want. That's where I want to go up to. Yes, if you look at all the names end with a comma before the surname. So if I look for that comma and I find out where that comma is, it'll tell me the position on that comma, and that's how many characters I need to go up to for the name. I hope that makes sense. Does that make sense? Okay, so have a look. Have a look at what happens when I press enter. Oh, I left out a brackety thing. Sorry about that. Now, let's see. As you can see, I've managed to extract the first name of the person. But however, that comma is still there. So I need to tell this function to back up a little bit, because I don't want to go and include the comma, because that find will include the comma. All right, so all I do is I go here, and as part of my left function, okay, oh my goodness, there I go clicking on it again. As part of my left function, okay, right down here at the end, I'm going to say -1. -1. It just means go back 1. That's it. Okay, -1. Watch this. Oh, and the comma is gone. It is awesome. Yes, it is. And we'll just drag that down. Okay, so cool. You see? All right, so just recap the first name, what we did. So what did we do? We said equals left, okay, of that name. And the number of characters, we said we're going to use the find the comma. All right, find the comma. And when you find that comma, that's going to tell me how many characters it takes to get up to the comma, which is the number of characters I need to count from the left. All right, and then to get rid of that little comma at the end, a lot of commas in this, okay? I'm going to change this to semicolons later. And I just put a -1 inside there so that it just backs up 1 and it doesn't include the comma as well. All right, so that was actually not too bad. Now, what do we do about the surname? The surname is different. Okay, because now the surname's on the right-hand side, and I'm going to show you one way. You might have another way. There is another way of doing it with starting at the left. I'm going to show you how I start from the right, and I also use a nice special function for you guys. So have a look here. So equals, and I'm going to go right. Okay, so I'm going to start from the right-hand side. I'm going to choose the text. There it is there. Now, I need to work out the number of characters. Now, if I take the number of characters, if I work out how many characters are in this whole thing, and I take away that first name and the comma, I'll be left with the surname, won't I? Yes, I will. So what do? Well, let me take the length of this whole string. Okay, so I'm counting now every single character. So now I've got the whole string now. Now I know how much it is. And if I take away and I bring in my find again to find that comma of mine. All right, check it out. Look what we're doing. Look what we're doing. Do you think this is going to work? I think it's going to work. Let's have a look. So before I press enter and succeed or fail, here we go. Right. The text is there, starting from the right, so the number of characters is the length of the entire thing minus wherever that first comma landed up. So I worked out, find the comma, it's going to be however many spaces or characters, and then it removes that. So have a look. Let's see what happens when I press enter. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. It works so beautifully. Now, you will notice there is a space. There is a space before the P of Pedrolo. So how do we get rid of that? Well, have a look here. Okay. If you have a look at this first the first one that I did already, you will see that I went and I said, right, A13, len A13 minus fine, and do you know what I did? I looked for the space. And I took that away. So let's see here. Here I looked for the comma, and it went up to the comma. Great, but then it included the space. So we go past the comma. We tell it, you know what? I'm going to look for the space, the first space I get to, because we were going from the right. We're going backwards up the name, okay? Man, I hope this is making sense. I hope it is. Okay, so let's have a look. Absolutely freaking awesome. There we go. And of course we can just double click and it copies it down. So there is a pretty cool way. Okay, I'm going to show you that one there if you want to freeze the screen and check it out. There it is. Okay, and the surname. Freeze the screen, check it out. Cool. Alright, there you go. So there's your find using the len as well, which is pretty cool.